working and smooth condition. Give Doors Plus a call today at 402-590-5800 to book an appointment and learn more about our preventative maintenance plans. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
Midwest Bank is proud to be your local community bank right here in Lincoln. This is Kim with Midwest Bank. We know there is more to your business than numbers and spreadsheets. For us at Midwest Bank, the people who make up a business matter most. We believe in getting to know you and your business and providing customized banking solutions that help protect your business and help it grow. Schedule a free consultation with us today. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Learn more at midwest.bank. Member FDIC.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Davis Plumbing is a locally owned company specializing in a wide range of plumbing services for both commercial and residential customers. Davis Plumbing has been in business for over 15 years and has a team of experienced plumbers ready to help you with any project, big or small. Customer satisfaction and peace of mind is their number one priority. So for any commercial or residential project, give Davis Plumbing a call today at 402-525-6922. Davis Plumbing, locally owned and operated for over 15 years.
When you need a new water heater, nothing beats the ProLine family of water heaters from A.O. Smith. ProLine models are built using commercial-grade components, meaning they're built to help you tackle your toughest days. No matter if you need a gas or electric model, A.O. Smith has a ProLine unit for you. A.O. Smith, innovation has a name. Call Patriot Plumbing at 402-464-7411 for a great deal on a water heater today. Again, that's 402-464-7411.
Have you been injured in an accident and don't know where to turn? You need an attorney you can trust to handle your case with professionalism and compassion. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group understand that a call to an attorney is a call for help. If you've been injured, we want to help you. Liberty Law's experienced attorneys are committed to the pursuit of justice for those injured. Call Liberty Law and find out how we can help you get the compensation you deserve. Call 877-42-LIBERTY. Call the trial attorneys you can trust. 877-42-LIBERTY.
Okay, kids, Dad's gonna teach you how to dance. First, spread your feet apart. Then, pump your knee, nod your head, shake your hips, and bite your lip ever so slightly. Now, with one hand in the air, point at people with the other hand. I call that the rock star.
Dance like a dad. It's a great way to make a moment with your kids.
Now, make a face like it just smells something bad.
Visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
I'm Chris Jakovic. I served in the United States Air Force and I deployed 3 times. So in 2017, I was serving as an Air Force First Sergeant. Our motto in that role is my job is people, everyone is my business. But unfortunately in that year, I would lose my own brother, Lance Corporal Adam Jakovic, to suicide. The majority of veteran suicides are from guns. I store my weapons securely, not only for myself, but for my family. Store all your guns securely. Help stop suicide. My service never stops.
Brought to you by End Family Fire and the Ad Council.
As an 18-year-old, I let my mistakes kind of take over my life. I was 0.5 credits away from completing high school, and I didn't do it.
10 years later, at age 28, Jackie finished her high school diploma.
When I found out that I was pregnant, I know that I had to do something for myself if I wanted to make her a better person and provide a better life for her. My family never stopped pushing for me to be better because they knew what I could become and who I could become as a person. My support team is amazing. The educational director, my sister, and even my 7-year-old daughter has just been more than the support that I could ask for. I've been given an opportunity, and I'm just thankful for it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Welcome into the Malone Radio Show, sponsored by The Post. Here are your hosts, Executive Director John Goodwin and Athletic Director Michael Hunter. The Malone Radio Show on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We are back.
We are back.
On 93.7 The Ticket. The Ticket.
Malone, the radio show.
We in here. Man, it's been a
week, hasn't it?
It's been a week. It's been a week. Man, they had fall break over the little weekend. I was sick all weekend.
So you didn't even enjoy it.
I couldn't enjoy it. Laid down, tried to get out here and there, but man, it was daunting.
Didn't expect that word to come out of Mike's mouth today.
It was daunting. Harrison, what's up, my guy?
I'm feeling great, guys. I know John is probably too. Bears went to
man.
London, took care of business, 4-2, and Lonzo Ball's back too for the Chicago Bulls.
Let me tell you, mate. Man, nobody want to hear that mess. We got molded.
Who did they play?
Just look for somebody that's in the win column. Yeah, look for somebody in the win column. Yeah, it ain't us.
You know, the Bears are looking real good. They dumbing down that offense.
Man.
From my main man, Caleb Williams.
Oh, so they got to dumb it down?
He's a rookie, man. You know, you can't throw everything at him. You can't throw everything
now
at him.
We got excuses.
That's the quarterback. Hey,
now we got excuses.
Isn't that why Washington's quarterback looking good?
No.
Maybe if they dumbed it down for Bo Nix, you'd have another win under your belt.
You're probably right. I don't think it's Bo Nix they need to dumb it down for. They need to dumb it down for them people around them.
Oh, that's what it is.
That's what it's going to be.
In your defense, he doesn't have nearly the weapons that what Caleb Williams has out there for the Bears.
That's true.
Keenan Allen, DeAndre Swift, Rome, DJ Moore. Who am I missing here? Keenan Allen, DeAndre Swift, DJ Moore, Rome, Cole Kmet, tight end, and long snapper if need be.
Man.
See my boy Tay. I think he going over to the Jets.
I think he gone already.
Yeah. Man.
Yeah. That was
that
was big news.
Tried to get him with the Saints, but Saints didn't want to pay out his contract. So I think that was a big deal of it.
You sound sad about that.
I am. Only
Play
reason.
some sad music.
Only reason, what I'm saying, because it would have been good for Tay to reunite with Dub and Carr. It would have had some fun together. You
gonna have fun out there with the Jets.
Yeah. He got his boy back. Did you see the old drawing of Jordy Nelson? They said he's gonna be joining the Jets.
Are you serious?
I think it was a host, but I
didn't see that. That's
crazy. it was a little cartoon. It was a cartoon drawing. He looked old. They talking about Jets will now be signing Jordy Nelson. I said the whole bunch is getting back together again. So I guess.
Did you guys happen to have an opportunity to catch Jerry Jones calling in on that local radio?
I did.
That
was hilarious.
I didn't.
You didn't hear it?
What did he say?
He was talking about.
You want to hear the audio? We got it right here.
Let's hit audio.
Yeah, let's hit the audio.
All right, there's Jerry Jones. The question was essentially, why didn't you make moves in the offseason?
Okay.
This is Jerry Jones' response.
This is not your job. Your job isn't to let me go over all the reasons that I did something and I'm sorry that I did it. That's not your job.
Well, my job is to ask
why. A job, or I'll get somebody else to ask these questions, man.
Jerry, we're trying to figure out why the team is.
I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. You're not going to figure out what the team is doing right or wrong. If you are, or any 5 or 10 like you, you need to come to this meeting I'm going to today. There are 32 teams here. You're geniuses.
Jerry,
okay? Y'all really think you're going to sit here with a microphone and tell me all of the things that I've done wrong and without going over the right?
Wow. Hey, it sounds like you're running for president.
Can you imagine Mike doing that interview, Harrison? Can you imagine? I'd be like, you know what? Take me on that. Invite me, please.
The crazy thing about it is we do have a special guest. They called in, but the special guest that we have, he's a Dallas fan. He is a diehard Dallas fan.
Cracking.
But before we do that, y'all know how we roll it in. So, John, let's go ahead and kick it off.
That vision is to create unity and prosperity throughout Lincoln while honoring our African-American heritage. And the mission is to eliminate multi-generational poverty in Lincoln. And we do that with the holistic. It was just like more of the holistic, wasn't it? It was like...
It was clear. It was like 3D, wasn't it?
I don't know. What's something about that holistic tonight that just really got me going. Oh man, this is crazy.
Oh man,
the holistic programs that we have to offer.
Yes.
For those who don't know, the Malone Center is in a capital campaign. So if you have not given or you want to know more information about that, MaloneCenter.org. And you will learn about all of our programs that we are doing, impacting the community, and the wonderful people that are working for the center, and the wonderful people we have partnering with us. With partnership, there's going to be some great news coming out tomorrow at 11:45 with this great partner that we have. Molina Healthcare will be partnering with the Malone Center. We've already started that partnership. And they are supporting our youth sports and also our maternal wellness program. So we're very excited about that. So tune in. You will hear more information about that. And we'll have them on our show to talk more about that collaboration.
Absolutely.
But as you said, we do have a special guest who is a diehard Dallas fan.
Yes.
That's not a good way to bring him in. But
hey.
I wouldn't play the audio if I knew he was.
No. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. We have on the line right now. He's actually out of town. He's from Omaha, Nebraska. He's actually out of town right now and doing some training. He is actually, I believe, if not the only one of very few African American airline pilots right outside of right here in not outside of Nebraska, but that lives in Omaha. So we got Benji Cunningham on the line. Benji, you with us?
I am. How are you?
How we doing, my guy?
Man, I'm better than I deserve, man. Thanks for having me, though.
There you go. How's training?
Yeah. Training is interesting. It's fantastic. It's everything that I dreamed it would be as far as being a United pilot and a 737 pilot. It's really cool. It's like drinking. I think when I, first switched careers and went to SkyWest, which is basically all the express regional companies, it's like drinking from a fire hose. United Airlines, given that it is a flagship airline, it's like drinking now from 5 fire hoses right now. But I think that, like, once when you're talking about the blocking and tackling of operating a jet and the actual flying portion, it's precisely the same. But just now, my jet before had 80 people. Now I got 180 people.
So Benji, this is John Goodwin here, and you mentioned John. Blocking and tackling. Thanks for coming on to the show tonight. I know that you're busy flying around, but you brought it up. Before we get to going with, how did you get to doing what you're doing? You're talking about the tackling and blocking. Let's talk about those Cowboys, huh?
Okay, so let's have a very objective, biased conversation. All right, so let me go way back. My uncle by marriage was Don Perkins, right? So he played longtime Cowboy, Wall of Fame guy. So our family's always kind of been Cowboy fans for as far as I can remember. So I'm a diehard till my last dying breath is the Dallas Cowboy fan. Now, with that being said, because I'm a football nerd, These are professional football players. I don't care who and what team. They're professional. So they are the top 1% of this sport. Now, within that 1%, they are playing probably the softest. It's almost like, how can I say this? It's interesting. We had the executive VP of United Airlines come talk to us yesterday, and it was really, really, really cool. It's like, welcome to United. We are, like we're the largest airline in the world. And when you see United on that side of the aircraft, no one's going to mistake what airline that is and what United Airlines is all about. That is equivalent to when you see the star on the side of their helmet. No one's going to mistake that. But here's the situation. It can come down quickly if you don't perform.
Yeah.
Okay. And I tell this to, the kids that I used to coach in football, that I don't know if these guys are taking plays off. Big Mike and I know a NFL wide receiver coach, and we've been around NFL players. And I know how serious they take the game and their craft. But I've never been around a Dallas Cowboy. But just from outside looking in, it seems as if they're more satisfied with the star on the helmet rather than what it takes to represent it.
Mm. And that's coming from a true Cowboys fan.
No. I am diehard. But I also super optimistic. But at the end of the day, did you land that aircraft exactly within the limitation and the expectation of what United stands for? If you didn't, I'm calling you out. Okay. And what the star represents is 5 Super Bowls. I think they're drunk in their own title versus, I love me some Dak Prescott, but sometimes he as a player kind of pisses me off. I know it's not just about Dak.
Well, Dak got all that money, so it better be all about Dak.
All the money.
Let's go.
And so with the money, it comes tremendous responsibility, and also, just the weight of it all.
Yeah.
And you can tell that the linemen, both offensively and defensively, are just getting destroyed.
Mm.
And I say this, that my son Chase, I always say this to him, because I truly mean it. And Big Mike has coached alongside me with our sons, that I am his greatest critic. There's no one that's more critical on my son when it comes to football and quarterbacking. Okay. And I'll say this too. My greatest, and I'm my favorite football player of all time will be number 14, Chase Cunningham.
Absolutely.
Okay. So I say that because I'm super critical, and I realize that quarterback play, line play, I'm like, first and foremost, you got to have pride. And if you're not getting it done,
go sit down.
I don't know. So I'm thinking, and I look at the blocking and tackling of this last week of Detroit Lions. And I looked at it, I'm like, okay, is there something wrong with their arms? I'm trying to figure this out. Is there something wrong with their arms? Nobody on the Dallas Cowboys that I'm aware of wrap up on just the simple blocking and tackling. I'm like, what is going wrong with the basics?
Yeah, when you get to that level, I think a lot of the basic stuff just go out the window, because a lot of things is more about that paycheck they picking up on Monday morning.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of the techniques is just out the window when it comes to, all of that kind of stuff. But It's just, and I didn't know that the star represented the 5 championships.
Yeah, it was, you know, and so you know what's fascinating about that though is Coach Dub, in whom we've seen him coach college, high school, our kids, professionals, top 1%ers. And what's fascinating about Coach Dub, he trains them the same. And you know, we've been blessed to spend time with him during a football game, like an NFL football game. It's such a blessing. And I study him on the sideline, and he coaches them precisely the same as if he was coaching Little Mike or Chase. And I mean, Coach Keith Dub Williams is super tough on our kids.
Yep.
I mean, he's, you know, in a way I'm like, okay, wow, that's kind of, wow. Okay. You know, it makes me feel good because I know that, like, you know, when we're all together and we're doing, you know, summer workouts, you know, I'm like, oh God, perfect. I don't say anything because I'm the one that's maybe yelling.
They sick of hearing us.
Exactly. So it's just kind of neat that way. And so I see that there are some coaches at the highest level, no matter what, you know, they coach the basics. And so I'm super proud of Keith Williams. And again, we talk about kind of the theme of this conversation, blocking and tackling. There's so much equivalence in life about that.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I mean, I couldn't agree with you more on that. I mean, because when it comes down to the X's and O's of this of the game, if we want to stay on that real quick, when it comes down to there, it's the X's and O's are the X's and O's, no matter who writes it down. They still gonna come out X's and O's. You gotta go, you know, whatever level that you're playing on, you have to go out there and perform. You got to do your job.
Right.
You know, no matter if you're playing for free, no matter if you're playing for a check, you got to do your job.
You got to do your job. Yeah.
And the crazy thing about it is what a lot of people don't think about, or a lot of people don't understand, is that when you've been around this game for so long, everything it's only 9 routes on the route tree.
That's it.
It's only 9 routes in the route tree, and they all are the same. You may call it Tom, I might call it Jerry, but it's the same. It's the same routes on the route tree. So it's like no matter what, you have to go out there and do your job, from kindergarten to the pros.
Yeah,
it's just different terminology. That's all it is. I mean, it's different terminologies, and that's even on the defensive side with coverages. It's all the same. 1, 2, 0 to 1, 2, 3, and 4. It's all the same. You want to blend it? Okay, let's run a cloud. You want to do this? Let's run it. It's all the same on every level. It's just the terminology and trying to play chess with the person across the sideline.
Absolutely. Now watch how equivalent that is from a life skill. And this is where I'm hoping and wishing anyone listening to this show that if they're involved in kids' sports of any way, like for instance, the wide receiver route, there are 9 routes. It's pretty much the same. Okay. How that equates to, but well, not to get too spun up about this, but I need to know as a quarterback, okay, if he's going to run a dig, or some people call it an arrow, or if you're going to run a stick route, or whatever the case may be, or maybe some people call it a hitch, whatever. My quarterback needs to know that you know, the comeback or the dig or whatever, or the whip, it's going to be 3 steps, 45 degrees, plant.
Yep.
It's going to look the same no matter where you go.
The same no matter where you go.
And to borrow a Dubism that I've seen kids, they kind of know that the ball's not going to go to them, or the quarterback maybe has a little bit of rhythm with another receiver. So that route, they're going to kind of run it, kind of take a little play off, right? So they didn't run it at 100% speed. And I love what Coach Dub said. I don't know if there is a route in the route tree that requires you to jog.
Absolutely not.
Okay. So, because now, how does that play out in the overall scheme of the game?
Well,
now the quarterback is going to try to look for that wide receiver, but the timing's off.
Right.
When I'm ready to look and release, they're taking a play off. Watch this. This is how it relates to life. You know what? I'm going to kind of take a play off in the flight deck. Now watch this. Would you be excited to be in my jet if I was kind of like, I don't know. I mean, I'm just gonna I'll land it right every maybe 80% of the time.
Nah.
Are you flying with me? And by the way,
we need you 100% of the time.
It's preach. Now watch this though. Watch this. Let's see. Hold on. This would have been Hurricane Helene. So I literally, there was one of the hurricane arms. This was one of my last flights with SkyWest. One of the hurricane arms was basically about to hit in the airport, Asheville. I landed the night of when it was going to hit. But it was going to be like literally supposed to be an hour and a half flight down, land, drop passengers off, pick a whole plane full up, and then take off. It was absolutely crazy. I had to fly the airplane literally down to 50 feet before I saw the runway. Okay, that's at 150 knots. Okay, so you know what? I know it's my time, but I'm a little tired. I'm going to take a play off. Okay, yeah, it doesn't work. And the thing is, when you coach these kids and you see that they take a play off, they need to understand the impact down the line.
Right.
Of, you know what, you're going to burn that mentality into your brain, and it one day may kill 80 people.
That's true. That's true.
Okay. Or it might get your quarterback.
We're going to take a quick break. Stay on the line with you. We're going to bring you right back. We're going to take a quick break real quick, and we'll be back on 93.7
My husband has
The Ticket.
always been the one we depend on. He's a great dad, loves the outdoors, but lately he hasn't been himself. He tried to hide it, but I can tell he's struggling with his mental health. I called the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline.
988 calls and texts are free and confidential with skilled caring support 24/7. No judgment, just help.
988 saved my husband's life.
Paid for by the University of Nebraska Public Policy Center. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Hi, I'm State Senator Bo Ballard. I was born and raised right here in Lancaster County. I understand the value of hard work by being involved in our family business. I built my own company, creating jobs right here in our community. Nebraska families and business owners need lower taxes, more affordable health care, and a great education system. That is why I fought for the largest tax cut in Nebraska history, reduce the cost of healthcare, and help pass the biggest investment in our public schools. I'm Senator Bo Ballard, and I humbly ask for your vote on November 5th, paid for by Ballard for Nebraska.
When you need a new water heater, nothing beats the ProLine family of water heaters from A.O. Smith. ProLine models are built using commercial-grade components, meaning they're built to help you tackle your toughest days. No matter if you need a gas or electric model, A.O. Smith has a ProLine unit for you. A.O. Smith, innovation has a name. Call Greens at 402-467-4444 for a great deal on a water heater today. Again, that's 402-467-4444.
College football in Lincoln, America. The time has come. Start your game day off right with the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Join the ticket crew as they bring you all the coverage you need to get you ready for the action. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Brought to you by General Fire and Safety, Raisin Canes, Perch Merch, Sunbelt Rentals, Mullen Motors, Select Plumbing, and the Kindler Hotel. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Now's the time to get your John Deere equipment inspected and prepared for next season. Acres trained technicians will thoroughly evaluate your machine and get it running at peak performance. And for a limited time, Acres is offering early inspection incentives. Sign up before December 15th and qualify for a discount on parts installed by Acres. Get no interest and no payments until November of 25 with approved financing through John Deere Financial. Some restrictions apply. Contact your nearest Acres location for details.
It's game on at Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Nebraska's premier Kawasaki dealership. Score big on Kawasaki's most dependable side-by-side, the Mule Pro, built to take on your most demanding days. Rule the streets on an Indian motorcycle with customer cash and trade-in credits up to $2,000 during the month of October. On or off-road, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln has you covered with large selection of motorcycles and side-by-sides in stock at their new 27th and I-80 location. Stop by every Saturday for their Husker tailgate with free food, drinks, and games.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
Fall is here, which means it's time to dive into a new lineup of autumn flavors at Wings and Rings. Your home away from home during football season. Their all-star lineup of wing sauces is adding 2 new impact players, curry garlic and pumpkin chili. Need something delicious before kickoff? How about starting your meal with their brand new chorizo nachos and loaded fries? You better act fast. These new tastes of autumn won't be here long. So make the trip to one of their 2 Lincoln locations today on O Street or Village Lane.
Early break.
Anthony in the mailbag says, good morning, guys. Question for the mailbag. If you were trapped in a 10 foot by 10 foot concrete room with one animal, what is the largest animal you could kill with nothing but your bare hands?
I'd like to think I could whip an ostrich.
Get a hold of his neck. He's going to whip him around. He's going to whip him around.
Early break from 6 to 8 every weekday morning on 93.7 The Ticket.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize before participating in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the K&TK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Now back to the Malone Radio Show, sponsored by The Post on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Mike, let it flow.
What? About to we're talking flights. We talking. What?
Killed it. Killed the beat.
I'm not
Don't hype that up,
I forgot where I was.
Don't
boy.
hype-
I forgot where I was. Boy. Big shout out to Mama Tula. I know you listening, sweetie. Love you. Hope everything is good. We miss you. Can't wait for you to get back.
Mama Tula.
Yes, ma'am.
Cornish hands.
Yeah, she was watching. I was looking up the comments. Supposed to let you know that, John. She's here.
Yeah, she let me know that.
There it is. She called him during the break. I'm watching y'all. I know
Loyal
that's
listener.
right.
Shout out.
Yeah, buddy.
That's right.
Well, we got Benji Cunningham on the phone. One of the very few African American airline pilots here in Nebraska. He's on the phone with us tonight. Benji, thank you for blessing us with your presence.
Hey, thank you so much, man. It's a blessing for me to be able to sit down and speak with you guys as well.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Benji, I know that we got started with the Cowboys and football, but definitely want to give you some time on, if someone is listening, really, who inspired you to become a pilot? How did you get into this career?
Wow. Okay. So first and foremost, unapologetically, I'm a Christian man. So my brother Jeff, first and foremost, like I said, I'm a nerd. So back in the day, man, I was all the, Star Wars and superhero stuff and, the kind of motivated me. But like when my brother went into the Air Force, enlisted in the Air Force, and we went down in 5th grade, I knew I wanted to be a pilot, but I just kind of didn't have the guidance. And so he went into the Air Force, and I was young, and so we went to go visit him at Reese Air Force Base, and I saw the jets flying around. This is the first time I actually went to a military base. I fell in love immediately because, I was always watching the cartoons and all the superhero cartoon stuff, and that just was my thing. But then once you saw it in real life, my father was an Army veteran, and so we knew about the military, just so kind of bringing it close to my exposure came 5th grade when I was, my big brother went in the Air Force. So that was one thing that I knew I wanted to be a pilot. Going to air shows and just kind of my father, he was, both my parents are deceased, but he was a lifelong education in public education. So high school principal for 13 years. And then he was the superintendent in my hometown. And so he's big on education. My other brother, Walt, went to West Point. So when I visited my brother at West Point, I'm like, that's precisely what I want to do, but for the Air Force. So long story short, found the Air Force Academy. I was focused with the Air Force Academy, went there, graduated. I went through flight training, navigator flight training. I was at a really weird spot in the defense where they're cutting down, and so didn't get the opportunity to be a pilot in the Air Force. But I was a navigator or WIZO in the F-15 Strike Eagle. So, but to answer your question, short, long-winded question, my brother and going to the Air Force was what actually made it real. But I think that the gift of flying, I think that was kind of I want to say that I was gifted from the Lord just to have the love for the air.
I've always, and that's something that, because I hear different stories from different individuals. I know that one, Captain Barrington Irving out of Miami, we have that flying classroom program at the Malone Center. And he was actually on his way going to college to play football. And he saw a African-American pilot walk into the gas station, and he'd never seen one before, and said, how did you become? And that moment encouraged him to become a pilot, which led to him being in the Guinness Book of World Records of being the youngest to fly around the world solo.
Wow. Yeah.
At 23. And so I asked that question because we don't see a lot of African-American pilots. No. When I do, I give them love. One.
Thank you.
So definitely appreciate that. I would love to have you come down to Lincoln and visit our kids. So they in uniform, so they can see that they can become that, right? Become whatever that they want to become.
Let me tell you something. If there's anything that motivates me, wrong word. If anything that inspires me, is the opportunity to do exactly what you asked. It inspires me to do that. If there's anything that makes my day, now there's something to be said, like when I'm flying, there's just, I can't explain it. It's hard to put words to how I feel. It's a spiritual thing. It's like when I'm up there flying. But if there's anything that kind of just lights my heart up is when I have a young person come to the flight deck and, hey, I want to introduce myself. So I go way out of my way to make them feel welcome. But if I have, I've had a couple of African-American young kids, and I'm like, you've got to be a pilot. Come on up here, sit in here. Da, da, da. Hey, let's take pictures. And because I want them to see that. And I'll tell you the other thing too that was probably very moving in my life is I went to an air show, and I think this man, I don't even know who he was. I just know I think he was maybe a guardian angel, that he just came up and he saw how enthralled I was with it, and he came up and he's like, looked at me and he's like, son, study your math and science. What did I major in at the Air Force Academy? Basic science, because I love science, but this motivated me to be kind of more technical oriented. I am now, and I'm going to share this small story with you, that I'm a member of OBAP, which is Organization of Black Aerospace Professionals, OBAP. We are trying to get in Omaha, or not Omaha, but in a Nebraska chapter. we're trying to man that up. And there's a couple of other African American pilots, and we feel that it's super important for exposure. It's just more of an exposure thing. And I think that's the only thing that is unfortunate is a lot of kids don't have the exposure. So count that done. Count that to make that happen.
Yeah, we got a lot of kids who probably don't even know where to start. Who probably don't. Well, I mean, because let's be honest. We have a lot of kids, that look like us who haven't even been on a plane, haven't been anywhere. So thinking about becoming a pilot, that they don't even know what a pilot is. Right. So it's like just giving them, like you said, that exposure.
And Mike, it's really interesting. I hate to cut you off on that, but it's precisely my point of I wanted to be a pilot when I was in 5th grade, and then I was around my brother in the Air Force. I wanted to go to the Air Force Academy. I wanted to be a fighter pilot, all those things. Do you know when the first time I flew in an airplane in my life, I had already gotten an appointment to West Point. I had already gotten an appointment to the Air Force Academy. And then after that, when I was 17 years old, was the first time I flew. But like in an airplane ever. Okay. And I got into a little small airplane and I'm up there and I'm like, this is precisely what I dreamed it would be like. So what I say to that is that there are young African-American men and women that there's a lot of pilots out there. In their heart and in their soul, they have the gift. They have the desire. They really do. They just need opportunity and exposure. That's it. And so speaking of which, it's kind of tough, but I still stay active in the general aviation, so flight instructor. So I'm still a flight instructor flying a little Cessna 150. One of my friends who's with United, and he's kind of like my mentor, he's like, hey, I want you to teach my wife how to fly. So she just soloed last week. So she just soloed last Wednesday. She's from South Africa. She's black. So I have so much pride in that, okay, we're starting to have more people that look like us. And I went to my first OVAP conference and last year. And these are professionals. So like 99% of these people are black aeronautical professionals. I was super emotional to finally see I'm not alone.
Right.
And it's I was having a hard time keeping it together because I get a little verklempt and like, you go up to you shake their hand, you hug them, and you kind of start getting a little sniff test of what's going. And their story was the same exact way. They're maybe one of 100. So I think our percentage in African American pilots, I think it's in the single digits still.
Wow.
Of all airline pilots, like it's still in the single digits.
Wow,
so
that's something.
Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely have to get you down to talk to these kids and let them know that they too can do it.
Does it feel like work to you? Does it feel like a job when you?
No.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, I got out of the Air Force and went 25 years in pharmaceutical sales, so healthcare sales. I loved the mission of healthcare sales, and I felt that being a salesperson was a very noble career. I was compensated amazingly well as a pharmaceutical district manager, but let's not get it twisted. I worked a lot. Okay. The mental brain space and the focus and the physical demand of being an airline pilot and the stuff we fly through, it's beautiful. It's hard. However, it does not feel like work. Does that make sense? It kind of sounds weird saying it, but
that's you know what John said all the time. That lets you know you're working in your purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah. John says it all the time.
Yeah.
I remember listening to Dr. Miles Monroe one time, and he said there's a difference between your job and your work. He said they can always fire you from the job, but can never fire you from your work. And the work is really what you're born to do. And what you're doing is what you were born to do, to inspire those that should be doing that as well. And if they're not doing it, and when I say it does not mean just becoming a pilot. It's whatever that work is that is in us, that burning desire, that passion that we have. If we're not doing it, then we're not doing the purpose that we were called to do on this earth.
Right. So it's fascinating. There's a couple examples of that I see. I look at what we lovingly call Little Mike. I look at Little Mike. Of all the kids, now I will say I feel that my son is very talented in throwing the football, but then there's Little Mike, and he's just different as far as his skill, the way that he goes about it, to where when someone is wired or they have a bent towards something, it's like their purpose for being born. And it's like Little Mike stands out like that. And the small story, I was what were we going into? We were going into Minneapolis.
I think we got to take a break.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. All right.
We can take a break right now. If we're ready for it.
Okay, hold that thought, Benji. We're gonna take a break. We'll be right back on 93.7.
Sounds good. All right.
Hi, my name is Molly Party. I'm a realtor with MP Dodge Real Estate. I'm a newly licensed agent and considered numerous brokerages before deciding on MP Dodge. I chose the company that gives me the most support in my new career, plus guidance and encouragement along the way. MP Dodge has a unique mentoring program for new agents. It's helped jumpstart my career and has a supportive management team and administrative staff. So if you're contemplating a career in real estate, look no further than MP Dodge. It will be the best decision you make.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. And Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Bagels & Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in October. Try their brand new caramel apple butter cream cheese or apple coffee cake muffins through their new partnership with local apple orchard, Picnic Hill. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels & Joe.
I'm softball player Jordy Ball, and I'm proud of my Nebraska roots, and I'm proud to be back home. And at Midwest Bank, they're proud to be your local community bank. They believe in family first, taking initiative, showing integrity, and rolling up their sleeves to support their local communities. They treat everyone like family, no matter where you're from. Whether you walk into a branch in York, Lincoln, Norfolk, or Pierce, you know you're going to be welcomed with a smile. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank.
Constructors is now hiring for all positions, with laborers starting at $23 and up based on experience. Constructors has immediate job openings for laborers, mechanics, bridge builders, operators, and drivers. Start your new career today. Constructors offers great pay, health, dental, and vision insurance, paid time off, paid holidays, and so much more. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. For a complete list of openings and to apply online, visit constructorslincoln.com.
At Anderson Ford, we offer a 5-day return or exchange policy so you can make sure the vehicle you choose is the best vehicle for you. No pressure. Lease a 2024 Ford F-150 for $437 per month for 36 months. Experience better at Anderson Ford. Stock number 1004120, 437 per month, lease for 36 months with approved credit, 7,500 miles per year, 5,500 due with signing, no security deposit required. Tax, title, and license fees extra. Residency restrictions apply. Program subject to change. Must take new retail delivery from Anderson Auto Group by 9/30/2024. See dealer for details.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT, from cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. We'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red.
Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket as soon as the clock hits 0 for the Jay Foreman postgame show. Listen to expert analysis from the Husker Hall of Famer, an 8-year NFL veteran, for 90 minutes after the game. The Jay Foreman postgame show, sponsored by Anderson Ford, Tanner's Bar and Grill, Tavern 180, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Vinnie Kreekak of State Farm Insurance, and Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
When you need a new water heater, nothing beats the ProLine family of water heaters from A.O. Smith. ProLine models are built using commercial-grade components, meaning they're built to help you tackle your toughest days. No matter if you need a gas or electric model, A.O. Smith has a ProLine unit for you. A.O. Smith, innovation has a name. Call Bryant at 402-467-1111 for a great deal on a water heater today. Again, that's 402-467-1111.
Ryan, with all this red and all these people around, I'm still not seeing the tailgate.
Todd Spidell, former body shop owner, terrible driver.
We're getting close. Now, did you know with 3 locations in Lincoln and hundreds of years of combined technician experience, we can get Husker fans back on the road even quicker and safer after their tailgate mishaps? Oh, Todd, turn left right here.
Left or right?
Left, right here.
Right?
Well, you wait for the tow truck. I'm getting a hot dog.
Well, I guess while I'm waiting. All right! Most recommended! Eustace Body Shop! Woohoo!
Dude, you should be on American Idol.
You really think so?
No.
Accidents happen, even to Husker fans. If it happens to you, call Eustace Body Shop, where our customers send their friends.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
In every office, there's 2 types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels & Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win, and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday, you lost Wednesday, you're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels & Joe.
Now's the time to get your John Deere equipment inspected and prepared for next season. Acres trained technicians will thoroughly evaluate your machine and get it running at peak performance. And for a limited time, Acres is offering early inspection incentives. Sign up before December 15th and qualify for a discount on parts installed by Acres. Get no interest and no payments until November of 25 with approved financing through John Deere Financial. Some restrictions apply. Contact your nearest Acres location for details.
Now back to the Malone Radio Show, sponsored by The Post on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We are back. We're talking to one of the only African-American fight pilots in Nebraska. We got Benji Cunningham on the line. Benji, you still with us?
Yes, sir.
There we go. There we go.
Yes,
so
sir.
Before we took a break, I had to cut you off there for a quick second. I think we're rolling into about 5 more minutes to the show. So go ahead and finish what you were saying, and we can dive into it.
Absolutely. So just seeing how people were like bent towards certain skill sets and
And real quick, sorry, not to cut you off, Benji, but might be in a tough spot with your phone right now. It's kind of having some connection issues.
Foggy. So there's certain ways in which we can determine how we have to land, and there's certain minimums. How far can we go down before we have to go around or go someplace else?
Okay. Unfortunately, Benji, if you can still hear us and everything, your connection's good. Try to get to a better spot, and we'll have to give it 60 seconds. Hopefully, we can get a better issue because it's good for the first 2 segments. So 402-464-5685. You guys want to chime in? Final questions before we get to Uncut with Kyle Perry as our guest here tonight, Benji Cunningham on the Allo VIP line, where they understand the importance of exceptional service with a local heart. Benji, if you're still there, we're going to try to give this one more shot here. Hopefully that connection is still working for you. Benji, are you there?
And it's my leg, so I'm flying. And this captain, bless his heart. Bless his heart.
Okay. So unfortunately, I don't know if he can hear us at all because I think the story kept going with him. So hopefully, I'm not sure where the connection issues are. So guys, you'll have to contact Benji. Unfortunately for the last
we
5
got
minutes. But nonetheless, I think you guys can kind of preach for him on his point.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. No, I mean, like me and Benji, we go way back. Benji's one of those guys that once he put his mind to something, he's definitely going to do it. And becoming a pilot was one of those things that, you know, he wanted to do. He sacrificed a lot. I mean, like if you think about watching your child, you know, grow up during high school and you trying to be there for every moment, and just think how daunting it is to become a pilot when you got to be gone for so long or whatever the case may be. He sacrifices those times, you know, from seeing his son play, from seeing his daughters. He got 2 twin daughters that's off in college, and you know, and so it's just one of those things, man, that he truly wanted to become a pilot, and he did. And so you know, big ups to Benji for that. And you know, sorry that the connection was bad or whatnot, and we wasn't able to hear the final his final last words or whatnot when it came to what he was trying to say before we went on a break. But Benji, if you can hear us out there, I greatly appreciate you taking the time to spend with us here tonight on 93.7 The Ticket of the Malone Show. Means a great deal. And, you know, I'll give you a buzz. I'll call you here in a little bit once we get done with the show.
And let's put this on record. He's probably the calmest Cowboy fan we ever talked to.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna tell you something. Normally they rowdy.
Oh yeah.
Normally they rowdy, but
he get it so much that he's like, well, I might as well be calm.
Yeah.
he get it so much. He's just like, well, okay, I'll be calm.
We definitely got to have Benji down here.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Definitely got to have him at the show. It's been another one, man. We have almost made it through October. This year
that's
has
crazy.
Gone. It's getting chilled out here. We ready to go. Next thing you know, we eating turkey and dressing and
gobble.
opening up gifts, and we're back into the new year.
I ain't opening no gifts. I ain't spending no money.
Hey, listen. Harrison, appreciate you, man, coming in on the ones and twos. Benji, thanks again. This has been the Malone Radio Show. You all have a great night.
Have you been accused of a crime and don't know where to turn? At Liberty Law Group, we understand that a call to an attorney is a call for help. If you're up against the legal system, you need an advocate you can trust to handle your case with professionalism and compassion. Liberty Law's experienced trial attorneys are committed to the defense of liberty for those accused. Don't let a criminal charge ruin your life. Call 877-42.